You have reached your destination.
Yep. I just, uh, I just shake my goddamn head. I've solved my issue with the hood not fitting correctly, um, and as you can see, I got a little bit more to shave off. That's gonna be easy, and I gotta put a slight, gotta straighten the hood out a little bit, okay? And I did this, and I only got these here so I can get a grip on the bottom. Is hood stoppers. These things came with a kit of fasteners and bolts I bought for my MGA revival, renewal, restoration, and I never used them. I think, well, I don't know what they're used for, but they made good use here. So I've got them in such a way where I can screw them up and down and do some adjustments. As you can see, I do have a little bit of work in there to do, but god damn it. After all this complaining and wondering and what do I do now and god damn it and etc. Um, it's it's good to go, goodish to go. I have a little bit of shimming and other stuffing and etc. to do to it, but yeah, hood buffers, fucking a, kind of see it in there. I do intend to put a seal under this thing so that when it goes down, it's going to sit up a little bit until the seal kind of wears in. So there's a little bit of a gap there, as you can see. So, there you go. Oh well, I shouldn't bitch or complain, but I've been avoiding doing this stupid thing because I just couldn't figure it out, and it came to me in a flash. Well, how about a hood buffer? And there you go. So I actually bought some hood buffers. Where did I put those suckers? I bought hood buffers, and here they are. You can see how huge they are. Like, yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah, no. So there it is. Again, a little bit of straightening there on the end. There will be a slight gap above the plane of the trailer until that seal will wear in. I haven't put the seal in yet, of course. And so I'm going to sand a little bit of the stuff that's goobered under there. That's polyurethane for the floorboards. Same with the trunk. I'm going to do some body work to this thing and respray the primer for the last coat, to encounter and fix things like this. All right, so I did a slight, there's a slight divot in it that I wanted to fix. So I put some body filler in there and sanded it down. And as you can see, it's soaked in the primer, and you'd be able to see that. If you can see it through the primer, you'd be able to see it through the final color coat, and no one wants to see that. So again, I've got this to do. I've got these to kind of smooth out, that to fill in and make look nice. Then on the other side, underside, the same sort of thing. Let me see if I can get in there. All that. So body work is just slight on this thing. I don't have a whole lot to do. What I am going to do is sand a milky white coat to everything here, and then, like I say, respray it in primer so that I've captured everything. I'm going to go over this with a fine-tooth comb and look for any other imperfections or oopses that I want to go over. I do want to fix this, I think. Maybe not. But, yeah, I am almost certain that I will be in the vicinity of painting this weekend. Yeah, look pretty good. Oh, yeah. When I do paint, I wanted to mention that this area here on the inside, well, behind where the grill will go, I'm going to paint in flat black urethane, so that when one sees this, it adds a bit of depth. I don't want there to be, obviously just a grill hanging off of a paint job. I think that would look shitty. So It's a little bit of an optical illusion with a flat black in there where it doesn't reflect. One might think that there is truly, no kidding, a full grill behind there. So, yeah, flat black there. Goddamn, all that goddamn time not fiddling with this, doing everything else but figures. Yep, there we go. Well, I'm done bitching at myself, and there we go. Okay, here's something I'm doing today. I'm fabricating the battery hold down for the battery. And there's the battery, which is that. Okay, I had one I bought from Amazon for a much larger battery, and I figured I'd, do some surgery to it. I still could do it, but I stupidly cut this down too far. So this is just as good. I'm going to put a piece of foam rubber under this to give it some padding, and I'm going to, in a few minutes, drill holes in my floor on the left side there, so that it's held down to the actual wood itself. Yeah, and so I've got a half-inch of wood here for my workbench, right? So I've actually got 2 layers of floorboard, which come up to half an inch. So that is perfect. Yeah. In the meantime, I am ready to do a few more coats of epoxy primer on the hood and the trunk. I did a little bit of a upgrade, a repair, a redo here. As you can see, yeah, it actually feels pretty good. What I'll do tomorrow is more or less wet sand this, right? And I'll get rid of all the highs and lows and any nibs and stuff like that. And then I will do one more coat of epoxy primer. Again, that'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, and I'll be ready to paint this thing. So, I've also done, zoom here, all of the body work that goes in there. Okay, and it's all smoothed out. I need to drill the drain. I keep forgetting to do that. That's 2 minutes of that, if that. But that's ready to go. Again, it's just a matter of wet sanding, making this look a little bit milky white, which is, fine scratches all over this thing for mechanical adhesion of the next layer of epoxy primer. Okay, here's what I've been doing today. Today's a Sunday. I just wet sanded the layer of primer that was there already. I'm going to put down one more layer, let that harden for a few days, and then wet sand that prior to the final coat. I'm doing this because I'm putting another layer of primer down because I've got a couple of repairs I did. Here's one, and there's another one over there. Again, that's just water, and I'm using, what am I using? 320 grit, I think. Here's the hood. 400 grit. Okay. Now with the then this will get a couple of coats of primer to get rid of the splotch effect. Well, actually, maybe I should tell you about this. All right, so I had a low spot here, right, and I wanted to even it out, so I did. I then sprayed epoxy primer on the spots that I wanted to kind of redo, so that they would soak in, so it would soak into any body filler that I used. And then once I put the second coat on, the first coat of the next coat of primer, it'll even out. Okay. This is what you want. I'll have to dust all that, but this is what you want a primer coat to look like, kind of milky white prior to painting it. Okay, so I've got a few steps of more cleaning to do. That means some more spray water and then wiping it down. I'll then take a tack cloth and get all that crap off, any dust and bits and stuff, so that I do in fact have a nice and clean and easygoing, chilled out, evened base to put it on. right? So I'm gonna pause for a while, eat lunch, and let this dry a little bit more. I'm gonna put it back up on the stool. I will tape off and close out all the openings and anything else that I do not want to get primer on. Okay, especially the drawbar, tow bar, because it's already shiny chassis based paint and it's awfully nice. So I don't want to mess with it. So just plastic and painter's tape will do that. And then yeah, Christ, this means that all I have left is this primer coat, and then the final paint, and then assembly, of course. But assembly's going to be 3 hours, if that. You know, making everything look nice, and yeah, I'm so close to getting this thing done. So if this is yours, congratulations. Today is Sunday, June, whatever it is, 11th, I think, maybe 12th, who knows. And I'm almost done. I'm almost done with your trailer. Yeah. And there she blows. I'm done. I'm done priming. I'm gonna let this cure for a week-ish. Well, yeah, and then I'm going to block sand it one more time. Not that I need to, but I mean it's in really good shape. No runs, no sags. I did a good job on the primer. I took a good hour and a half to clean and re-clean my spray gun, and it all came out well. I mean, I've never done such a good paint job. Well, I mean, I have, because that's how awesome I am. But in this case, the primer flowed well. It mixed well. It's the good temperature outside. On and on and on. I've got a whole bunch of coats on this. Whole bunch. I mean, like two to three. Same as the rest of the car. And there's the hood. You can see how nicely I've evened things out. Especially you can see it with the reflection. So that's a reflection of all that stuff. I ended up using a good complete roll of painter's tape. I bought 3 rolls of it on sale and I lost it in my car, so I bought some more, and I have a painter's wet dreams worth of painter's tape, and I might as well use it to good effect. So I more or less did strip after strip after strip on the trunk and the hood and everything else. Whoops, didn't do that. Shoot. Oh well. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm going to get out of my grunzies and go take a shower, because I'm pretty gross, I'm sweaty. And I think, so the last thing I've got to do on this now is the actual color and clear coat. I consider this a job done. And